Hi all, welcome to my SSIS tutorial series. My name is Rinish. In this series, we are going to learn SQL Server Integration Services or SSIS step by step. By the end of this series, you will be able to design, build and deploy SSIS packages for real business use cases. So let's get started. Today we are going to talk about SSIS architecture. Let's take a look at the architecture of SSIS. At a high level, SSIS has two main parts. These two boxes, one is given in yellow and the below box. The first one is the control flow engine, integration service runtime. It's also called workflow engine. The second part, the component is the data flow engine or pipeline engine. So these are the main component of the SSIS architecture. All the other components lays around these two main parts. So first we will check what is control flow. That is integration service runtime. It's also called a workflow engine. It decides the order in which the task and containers run inside an SSIS package. It doesn't process the actual data, but it controls the execution, logic and events. So what make up the control flow? Let's walk through the key components of the control flow. The first one is package, that is given in the bold letter. So what is package? Package is the basic unit of work in SSIS. It is saved as .dtsx file. The next is task. Here we can see multiple tasks and tasks inside the container. These are the predefined operations like execute SQL task, data flow task or file system tasks. There are custom tasks also. If the built-in tasks are not enough, we can also create custom tasks for special requirements. The next is containers. This containers let us group the tasks together. Example are sequence containers, for loop and for each loop. The next is precedence constraint. Precedence constraint we have in between the tasks. These are the arrows that define the order and conditions under which task to execute. So behind the scene, the integration service runtime is what make all this run. It executes the control flow, manage tasks, handle events, transaction and logging. Now take a look at the supporting elements of control flow. One is custom application on the top left corner. The custom applications that run SSIS package programmatically. The next is command line utilities that without using the UI tools like Visual Studio, we can run the commands in command prompt. So command line utilities enable that. Tools like dt-exec and dt-util. This we can run and manage. We can use to run and manage package from the command prompt. Then log providers. These record execution details into files, SQL tables, XML or even logs. So later we can go and see like what time the SSIS starts, what time it ends, such details. Then data source. Here is a reusable metadata connections to the database or files. We have connection managers here. Connection managers define actual connections to source and destinations like SQL, Oracle, FTP, Excel and so on. Next is event handlers. Here on the right bottom, he defines action when something happens, like on error or on warning. Then enumerators here. These are used in for each loop containers. For example, looping through files in a folder or rows in a record set. This is MSDB database. This is where SSIS package can be deployed and stored in SQL Server. This is a database in SQL Server. The .dtss files here, that is an XML based definition of the package themselves. Next is SSIS wizard. It's like the import export wizard that helps create package quickly. And finally the SSIS designer. This is the Visual Studio or SSDT environment which we design our package. And it has the three layers: native, managed and object model. These are the three layers in that interact with each other. The first one is native layer. This is this core runtime engine of SSIS package, SSIS, written in C, C++ unmanaged code. The next is object model. This is the public API exposed for programmability, this object model. And the managed layer, this is the .NET wrapper with written in C#. Next is data flow pipeline engine. Now let's talk about the second part, the data flow, also called the pipeline engine, given here in the below box. The data flow task lives inside the control flow, but it is the part that actually handles the data movement and transformation. Inside the data flow, we have three major components. One is source, next is transformation, and the third is the destination. Source, these extract data from system like SQL Server, Excel, CSV or flat files. Transformations, these clean, modify, aggregate, split or merge the data. Example include derived column, lookup or merge join. Then destination, this loads the process data into SQL Server or a data warehouse or a flat file. We can even extend this with the custom data flow components, custom built-in source, transformation or destinations. Behind the scene, the pipeline engine is the one executing the data flow. It manages data buffers, parallelism and ensure high performance when moving large volume of data. So putting it all together, we have the control flow that defines the workflow, what to run and when. The data flow defines the pipeline, how the data actually moves and transforms. And the integration service runtime is the brain that executes and manages everything. So that is the complete overview of SSIS architecture. So these are the definitions of the main components. Control flow has these key components package, that is a basic unit of work in SSIS, saved as .dtsx file. Tasks are the predefined operations. Custom tasks are the user created tasks for complex requirements. Containers group the tasks together. They are sequence for loop and for each loop. Precedence constraint control the order and conditions of execution. Integration service runtime execute control flow, manage tasks, containers, events, logging and transformations. Control flow has these supporting elements also. Custom application apps that run package programmatically. Command line utilities, as we said, it helps to manage package from command line. Log providers capture execution logs. Data source are the reusable metadata connections. Event handlers define action on events, for example like on error. Connection managers define connectivity to sources and destinations. Enumerators used in for each loops. MSDB database store the package deployment to SQL Server. MSDB is the one of the system database in SQL Server. .dtsx files are XML based SSIS package definitions. SSIS wizards export wizards to create package quickly. SSIS designer or Visual Studio SSDT environment for package design. Next is control flow operation. 3 layers. First one is native, second one is managed layer, and the third one is object model. The native is written in C++. It's a core engine of SSIS. It executes packages. The managed layer written in .NET wrapper built in C#. Object model exposes the SSIS functionality as APIs. The next is data flow pipeline engine key components. Source, the extract data. Transformation cleans, aggregate, joins, or modify data. Destinations are that we load processed data. Custom data flow components are the user defined source, transformation, and destinations. Pipeline engine execute data flow, manage buffers, parallelism, and performance. In short, control flow decide what to run and when. Data flow decide how the data moves and transforms. The actual data will be handled by in the data flow. So this that's about SQL Server SSIS architecture.